What is good, y'all? It's your boy Cam doing my second podcast for the night as I just got back from the Dallas Wings game as they took on the Minnesota Lynx and they came out on top winning by 18. Six different players finished in double figures today. So Teair McCowan had 11 rebounds and 11 points. Satu Sabali finished with 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 18 points. And Natasha Howard finished with 5 rebounds, 11 assists, 17 points. Arike Anguwali finished with 4 rebounds, 8 assists, and 25 points. And then Kalani Brown finished with 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 10 points. And then Seth Uzun finished with 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 11 points. Man, they played their asses off. I'm gonna tell you that. Even though they're probably not gonna be going to playoffs, but earlier in the beginning of the year, Satu Sabali was out with an injury. She had a shoulder surgery, and then Natasha Howard had an injury like earlier this year. And then during the season, in the middle of the season, they were on break because of the Olympics in Paris, which was really cool to see. And after the team came back, they've been playing pretty well. So I want to talk about the previous two meets they had against the Minnesota Lynx. They actually lost those two in Minnesota. So this is the third meeting. So basically, it was at the Wings' home place, and then they came out with a dub and won by 18. It was just very impressive. And then, well, I didn't get in the game until we didn't get inside the arena until like the second quarter because I had some issues with my tickets and stuff on my app, but it finally worked out, so it was all good. But it was a good. It was a back and forth game. It was when we got to the second quarter, they was up 11 for a little bit. Then the game was back. It was going back and forth until like that fourth quarter. Yeah, Teair McCowan missed like maybe like 3 or 4 layups. She could have easily have, but she probably is injured too. But I'm not sure. And and this is my first Dallas Wings game I've been to like all year, but I haven't been going lately. It's just because the Mavericks made the finals and then they were playing too at the same time, so it was kind of hard for me to keep up with both. So after the Mavericks season was over with, I was able to keep up with them a little more. And then yeah, man. So they just tonight it was a good win. They played hard, and then now they're on a 3 game winning streak right now since they've been at home for a while. Then they defeated the Las Vegas Aces, and then they beat and then tonight went beat the Minnesota Lynx, and I couldn't remember who else who was the third other team they beat it. And so I want to talk about the upcoming 2 home games they have coming up. So this Sunday they have a home game against the Indiana Fevers, which they have the #1 pick, which is Caitlin Clark. She's coming to town, so that's tickets already sold out. I'm probably gonna be sold out for that game, and then I wanted to go to that, but I seen the ticket prices just to see Caitlin Clark were like $200 something. That was the lowest price. I'm like, what the hell? That shit crazy, man. I was like, I'm not paying $200 something just to go see Caitlin Clark, but she's changed the Caitlin. Honestly, Caitlin Clark has changed the game so much. She's pretty much a version of Stephen Curry. Like, I've heard about Caitlin Clark and when she was in college, but I didn't really watch her until she got to the league. And then I was like, man, this girl's impressive. I love watching Caitlin Clark play. Honestly, she's one of my favorite players to watch. Honestly, and then so that place is gonna be filled up, and then this upcoming Tuesday they have a home game against the Washington Mystics. So hopefully they can come out with a dub and then get revenge. So the previous 2 meets they played in Washington D.C., they lost those 2 games. That's what really happened. And then and hopefully the Wings will just finish the season strong, and then regardless they make the playoffs or not. So they probably may not make it, but I don't know what's gonna happen. So but I'm expecting the Dallas Wings to bounce back, come back and stronger going to next season, and that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for. So honestly, and then and I also want to talk about the coolest thing I done for the Dallas Wings. So actually, the special. So the Dallas Wings they just started hosting the Dallas Wings Special Olympics Unified game, and then last year was my first time playing it, and then it was a really cool experience. And I found out the day before, like 2 days before it happened, like, oh, they were having that. Like, of course, I was like, heck yeah, I gotta play that. But of course, I had to work that day. But I got to I really take off the last minute just to be there. And then it was able to work out. I got to play. So the first year I played in the Dallas Wings Unified game, I got MVP. And then Satu Sabali was my coach for the Dallas Wings Unified game, and we won the first year I played, and of course, again, I got MVP that year, and I did it again this upcoming year, and which was cool, and then I got to have J.C. Sheldon, who's the rookie, was the number 5 pick in the WNBA draft. She was my coach for this year, but I didn't get MVP, even though we won again, but it's all good. It was just all for fun with people. What it is what the Special Olympics Unified game for the Dallas Wings is people with disabilities, like if high functioning or not. But of course, I have autism too. I'm high function. Like you can't really tell if I'm autistic at all. You can't really tell. People like telling me, oh, you're not autistic, and then I'm like, are you for real autistic? I'm like, yeah, I am. So that's just how I am. So it is what it is. So I can't control that, but this is how God made me. So honestly, it just playing for that unified game was really fun. So they host us once a year. So definitely looking forward to playing that again next year. So then tonight was a very fun game, but even though it was a blowout, but when I was at the Wings game tonight, and when that fourth quarter came, the Minnesota's coach was pretty mad. She was pretty mad. She was not happy at all. But again, they're the second best team in the Western Conference, so basically it didn't really matter for them. They're already going to the playoffs, so I can't really tell what's gonna happen in the playoffs. So I really don't watch the WNBA like that, but because of course I watch the Mavericks more, and then that's just what it is. And I like the WNBA. It's fun to watch. It's just not as intense as the NBA is, and so yeah, man. But well, and that concludes my my broadcast for tonight. I hope y'all have a good night, and y'all stay blessed, and God bless y'all.